currently is the world record holder of this game. So sit tight because this is going to be a show. So how are you all doing today, ladies? Are you enjoying this chat? Are you enjoying the show? Are you enjoying this game? Are you enjoying your day? Please give me your thoughts in chat right now. As our players are going through the introduction stage, not really having any time to save the city because honestly, who needs to save a city? We need to save the frames. My apologies for being a bit silent. I was finishing up my sandwich. Unlike Zero, I cannot replenish my health by grabbing capsules. And look over there, it is Zero rescuing his girlfriend. Because, you know, you can't have someone else kill your girlfriend. That would be rude and irresponsible. Zero enjoys doing that himself. Ooh, Tchy is not getting favorable RNG on this boss. That's very common to see. Well, in in Iris's defense, he kills her brother in cold blood, so he's a dirty, cold-blooded murderer. He's the best boss Wily ever built. Oops, spoiler. Wily never built any other robot that has success with destroying stuff as Zero. Let that sink in. Look, we have Magma Dragoon. With a little bit of a translation oversight with the irregular hunters, which should be Maverick hunters, taken a bit too literally from the Japanese. And it seems both players are, thank God, taking the same route, which means no divergences just yet. As you can tell, Ariel's already pulling ahead very rapidly. How can you indeed? Well, it's not really a spoiler considering this game tells you right at the start of it. Not much of a spoiler. I blinked, that was a first attempt if I ever saw one. Totally a first attempt. 7-8 time, if you have ever played this game before but you're a fan of the Mega Man series, I strongly recommend you give it a try. It is a highlight of the X series in my opinion. Ooh, that was Ariel cutting it close. If he had been just a sliver of a second later, that attack would have killed him. Also, Mind you, this is the only fight where Zero or X do not give a victory pose. Just with this Dragoon fight. And Cyber Peacock, who is going to destroy the internet. I could make a joke about politics right now, but I refrain from doing so. Asterisk, that is not a special input. If you use your first slash, an enemy does not get an iframe yet. Your second slash doesn't give an iframe either, your third slash does. So what people want to do is use the first, possibly second slash, but it's slightly slower. Use the first slash and then move Zero forwards just a little bit because it interrupts their combo. If you do that, you get a cancel, which allows you to just spam the first attack over and over without getting invincibility frames on a boss. And just putting in my own 2 cents here, I like X8 a lot as well. I think X8 tried to salvage what little fanbase there was left after the disaster of X7. And we see Tchy making his way through Peacock, right on Ariel's heels. That's a nice little damage boost over there. And he is not too far behind on Ariel, despite the early little mishap. Ariel just pulling ahead so fast. Also, to give you an indication of Ariel's skills right now, the earlier games we saw Tchy finishing up with a 40... what was it? A 44-ish? 44-30? And Ariel currently has the world record with a submitted time of 40:25. And also, I disagree. You should always try X7. You should at least try it because X7 will make you be grateful that the other X games were not as bad. Just let that sink in. X7 allows you to appreciate the greatness of the other X games. Alright, Tchy getting decent RNG on Peacock, and that allows him to make up a lot of time. And that is it. Roughly 15 seconds behind Ariel. Files, that is exactly what I'm saying, and you cannot prove me wrong. In all fairness, they tried something new with X7 and it failed. That's all there is to it, because the game itself, they tried to go for a new direction, and I can respect that. It's just a shame that it didn't work out. So I am a big personal fan of the Mega Man Legends. That was new too, and that worked out splendidly. So, you know, if you stick to the same formula, nothing changes, and you'll get criticized. You try something new, you'll get criticized too. And Ariel is just breezing through this stage. Ah, Hakuman, you're breaking my heart. Okay, Ariel. Ooh, Ariel, be very careful. That was a very dangerous mishap almost. Ooh, Tchy, you have to be careful too, friend. There we go. Picking up that life tank, because after all, it's still 100%. And let me quickly post a link in chat right now with all the information regarding this tournament, the brackets, and the link to our Discord server. Feel free to join it if you want to. We are in need right now of new commentators. If you have no experience commentating, doesn't matter. We're just looking for people who are willing to help out, and consider it a good way to get experience. The only thing we ask of you is that you know enough information about the game to make it interesting to listen to, and just have a heart for the series. Meanwhile, Ariel just skipping scenes like it's going out of style. This is just hours and hours of practice going into this game that's just showing right now. This is MMX4, the first official X game for the PlayStation, not counting the X3 port that was also released for the PlayStation. And it is a 100% category for 0, meaning all life tanks, all sub tanks, and the... Oh, Ariel! Oh my, that was unexpected. As I was saying, all energy tanks, sub tanks, and the X tank have to be collected. And that was a terrible shame, and that is a painful mistake on Split Mushroom. Just one boss that has almost 0 RNG to it. Ooh, and Tchy almost barely winning that one too. Files, to answer your question, if you have experience commentating but don't know anything about the game, I saw the kappa behind it. But I do recommend that you look up things about the game a little bit. I fully admit that I am not as knowledgeable on the game as people are, so that is currently my own mistake. I'm trying to work on that. And both players are going for the same route again, Jet Stingray. The one auto-scroller of this game on a mech. Not much exciting going here. If this was a GDQ nations, because... well, that's not entirely true. You have some control over the speed, but it's fairly limited. And what Zank said is true as well. X has to fight Colonel mid Maverick Hunt, which takes a lot of time. Oh yeah, and let's see if both players get the hard tank here, because if they don't, then that is a gigantic loss of time. I'm expecting them to both manage to grab it though. And Tchy gets it perfectly. And Ariel gets it, no problem whatsoever. Now let's see what RNG we get from Stingray. How many times is he gonna die? Tchy getting somewhat favorable RNG. Oh! Almost gets him. There we go. Another fun fact that I've been informed of, that the somersault attack deals less damage than the normal jump and smash attack, which is why some people prefer to take Jet Stingray over Dragoon for a starter. But once he lands, that's really not much of a factor anymore, so it's kinda up to personal preference. Also, to the people in chat, Zank is also one of our players in this tournament. Pay attention to his words of wisdom, he knows what he's talking about. And apologies if there are other racers in chat right now I have not noticed. I'm still fairly new to this tournament, I only started yesterday. So, yeah. Doing my best here, doing my best with what I got. Meanwhile, Tchy is up the slash B stage and Ariel quick on his heels. And yeah, it speaks volumes for Ariel right now that he death on Split Mushroom and he is still catching up to Tchy with just the, don't want to say flawless execution, but it's still better than anything I can do. And he is pulling ahead right now. Or not? Is he? No? Oops, my bad. Nope, he is close enough. My mistake. I'm sorry. Dishonor on my cow. Dishonor on my family. Well, yeah, I have to make it exciting, Files. I mean, come on. This is like a highlight of my childhood here. This game. This is a highlight of most of your childhoods, from what I gather. This is just, you know, this game, the graphics, the gameplay, even the story is going for it. This game just has me psyched. Yep. Ideally, with these stages, you want to kill as little or as few enemies as possible, because every enemy you kill gives you a minor bit of lag. I think it costs you like 4 to 5 frames per enemy killed, which is honestly why Ariel is opting not to kill as many enemies as Tchy is right now. Some jumps are very tight to avoid killing enemies, and sometimes you don't have an option. Hey man, don't be dissing the voice acting. I have seen worse games with voice acting. Also keep in mind, this was one of the earlier games in it during its era, so by all accounts it's still not the worst game. And they are both finishing up Slash Beast roughly the same time. And I know for a fact that Tchy was very nervous about racing Ariel, and he gave himself very low chances on beating him, so I'm pretty sure right now he thinks he's very behind. With Ariel, must be still a bit annoyed about his death against Split Mushroom. Fuchsia, no, this is the American. The Japanese version is not taken. It costs significantly more time than the version. It's just that the translations of Zero's skills are left in the Japanese version. And honestly, I have no idea why. But I'm guessing healing Kyaku sounds a lot better than, let's see, what was it? Thunder God attack. Well, it doesn't sound better, but it's less names. Oh, Tiffany, that's just cruel. You are just being cruel to Tchy right now. Why would you say that? So mean. And Ariel is now pulling ahead again for the first time in 2 stages. And that is a sweet attack. Boom, damage per frame. Poke passes, no problem. Now we get to the to another sub tank, I believe. Alright, it's the weapons reserve tank that you get here. Oh, Ariel's pulling ahead. Ariel will be the first to engage him. And it's not really that Tchy is playing poorly, but Ariel's just playing flawlessly. With Tchy taking a lot of damage from enemies and Ariel just avoiding them. And that was unfortunate too. Also, I believe I mentioned it before. If you're interested in learning about this game and the dodges and the mechanics of the game, look up a YouTube video made by Richard Fitkin where he goes into detail about an X4 0 100% run. He goes into great detail explaining where to dodge, what to kill, etc, etc. It is a very good view. That was a very fast fight by Ariel. Sang, don't you mean that the 0 in X5 has the X4 sound effects? And here we have Web Spider along with Swimming Fish. I'm sorry chat, but that's still the dumbest Maverick name in existence. I am Web Spider. Great, I'm two-legged human. Ariel having no issue with the very precise log jumps there. Tchy struggling with avoiding damage. All of you say hello to Kekumanshu, also a prominent member of the X4 community. Keku, were you the one who set up this tournament? And Ariel is just destroying the stage one by one. Okay, well, people give a park jump applause to Kekumanshi. Been a very helpful member in setting up the tournaments. Very friendly guy. I'm sure if you have any questions in Discord, he will be more than happy to help you. Be even more helpful if he helped up with the commentating, but you know, He is just a man. And that's just a very fast web spider kill on Ariel's end. Ariel's taking no prisoners this run. He is out of mercy. Keku not having a lot of luck in this run. And he has to be careful. I hope he has some energy in tanks. Wait, does he even have sub-tanks? This is going to be very risky for Tchy right now. One hit will... Oh, there we go, Tchy. Bible thumb for Tchy, please. And Ariel just rushing through this stage. He ain't got time to defend the world. And Ariel coming up to a, let's see, rather difficult jump. Is he gonna make it? Of course he's gonna make it. That jump is just, it's not the most difficult jump in the game, but it is a terrifying jump when you realize you're getting up close to the end of your iframes. Now we have both players on one death on a boss, Ariel on Split Mushroom and Tchy on Web Spider. And Ariel is now a full stage ahead of Tchy. Which makes things interesting because Tchy won the first match in the bracket, and Ariel, assuming he wins this one, not jinxing it, but assuming he wins, it puts them both on 1 win, 1 loss. So we have to figure out how that will work. I'll have to ask about that later. Because sadly it's a 3-man bracket for them. Tchy also not wasting any time on these airships. I mean, X is the one who wants to defend the world, let him clean up this mess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if Ariel had not had that unfortunate death on Split Mushroom, he'd be a even more... Like, he'd be another stage ahead. He would have probably finished off Ariel at this point. Not Ariel, Iris at this point. Also, feel free to give the Speed Gaming channels a follow. We have 5 Speed Gaming channels right now, all hosting different tournaments. Feel free to give them a follow. Feel free to give Mythical and Fiesel some tacos. Lord knows they need to be fed them tacos. And feel free, of course, to give these players a follow. And that was, wow, I'm just, every time I look at Tchy to see how he's doing in the boss, Ariel just wrecks anything that he sees. I didn't even see the Colonel fight just now. And that is the end of Storm Owl. Nope. We've had a 5th Speed Gaming channel since last week, I think. Last week, maybe 10 days ago. So feel free to give that a follow. And up to my knowledge, there will be a 6th and 7th channel following very short term. And now we see the real reason why he just wanted target practice. And that is the end of Iris. No, we will not get the memes. Stop asking. No memes for you. This is not meme percent.
Show me what you've got.
You are denied, chat. You are denied of that glorious bit of voice acting. But I'll give you another meme. It's still a better love story than Twilight. And Ariel's up to the general. Let's see if the trolls are with us or not right now. Ideally, you want the general to just float in the corner and shoot his fists at you. Not ideally is that he decides to fly around and not attack, which just takes so much time. It is a run killer. And I don't know if that was manipulation on Ariel's playing luck, but he is getting the God General. Oh, and he mucks it up. Shame! Shame! And that is the general on a 2-cycle. What the? My apologies. I have cats. And that's all I'll say about the matter.
Okay, I'll do it.
Tchy making short work of Iris. Though he has to be careful right now. There we go. That was my cat believing himself to be an acrobat and losing a battle with gravity. I sincerely apologize, chat. My cats are not the most elegant of beasts. Time for the refights, and it is the Kenryu Akuma clone, Dragoon. Not so much. No Dark Hado for you, my friend. Sit down. And let's see what RNG Tchy will be getting from the general. Well, Ariel is going to fight Web Spider once more.
My fate is sealed. I have no choice.
That voice line. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see if Tchy has better execution at the general. Boom, baby! 1 cycle. That is the God General. That is the God General that everyone wants. A little bit lag there. But Tchy is still behind significantly, because on account of Ariel still having a good general fight too. And Cyber Peacock will not be any sort of issue. I don't expect any of the Maverick bosses right now to be any sort of issue. The last bit of real RNG will be coming from Sigma, and I cannot imagine that being that bad. Knock on wood. And that is the end of Cyber Peacock. That is the end of Magma Dragoon. Okay, that's not entirely true. Jet Stingray has a little bit. Like there. Okay, I take it back. That's a lot of bad RNG. Stingray's throwing. Tchy showing a bit of his frustration at the... And finishing up Spider-Man. Excuse me. Not much to talk about these refights really. They are pretty much the same as the previous fights, with Split Mushroom being the one exception, because it will feature the Thunder God Strike attack more often. Let's see how bitter Ariel is. And that is a double slash followed by the Thunder God Strike, which means you get no startup animation and it suddenly becomes a very deadly fast attack. Cyber Peacock with the most amazed expression on his face when you kill him. Ariel getting excellent RNG on Slash B. No dashes. Beautiful. And yes, Ariel got the quick kill on Web Spider the first time. I'm pretty sure of it. He skipped the second stage. Or second phase. And Tchy getting very favorable RNG. Stingray. Oh, Ariel, be careful. You will take a little bit. Oh, Ariel, be careful if you die here. I'll put that on being calculated. Okay, Tchy getting great RNG on Slash Beast too. And Ariel has to be careful because Storm Owl is likely to hit it. Storm Owl just needs to give him a love tap and it is enough to kill him. Oh yeah, you wanna heal. Ariel was playing a dangerous game. Had he been killed there, it would not have been the end of the world. He'd still be ahead, but that would have been a significant time. And he is not recovering his health either. He wants that. He wants this victory. Also, complimentary free refill after that introduction. Ariel was a quarter of his health, and after that cutscene that we skipped, he gets full health. So, thank you, game. Sigma is too nice, giving Zero that back rub while storytelling. And that is Sigma Stage 1 with his magical cape that allows him to fly. Are you ready for round 2? Translation, this isn't even my final. And Sigma 2 has two different attacks. He has one attack where he throws his side and it's around the screen, or he throws it at you and it sticks wherever you were standing. You want to be standing near a wall. If you do that, he'll jump to the side, use his eye lasers. If you don't and he hits the floor, he'll just cost you a lot of time. And this is the last RNG section of the game. And let's see if Ariel gets a good fight. He does not. That is not the RNG you want. Though he still does significant damage. What do we get? We get the good RNG for Ariel. And that should be a one cycle on this phase, on this Sigma part. Oh, he misses a hit. He still gets it. Nice. And if he gets the good RNG on, and that should be a kill. That is a kill on Sigma. So we are looking at a 4250, 4240, I think. While Tchy is entering Sigma 1, and that sounds a lot dirtier when you put it like that. And GG's are when the timer quits. Right now, 42:33. That is a very respectable time. And Tchy is starting Sigma 2. Let's see if I can get Ariel in chat right now for a is Ariel in our chats? And that has ripped my sound for some reason. Okay. Now, Ultra Hour, be nice.
Are you ready for your final journey?
Okay, Ultra. I'll allow it. GG to Ariel on an excellent time, and we are just watching Tchy finish it right now. I know, meme percent. Also, F for respects for KG Inafune. Keku, you or Tchy did not get good RNG, but doing what he can with what he has. And that is going to be a 45-10 for Tchy. 45-5 for Tchy. GG. See if I can pull him in for the post-game interview. Not sure if we have time for it, but I have not been told otherwise, so... Ah, Reflect, you missed 2 matches in a row, man. Nope, you missed 2 matches in a row. I will send you the schedule in Discord after this. Or rather, when we have more scheduled matches. I'll send you the VOD. Hello Tchy, GG on your match.
GG, finally.
Well, you were doing very well on this game, but Ariel has you beat by 2.5 minutes. And that was not really on any big errors on your part, save for that one death.
Well, to be honest, I did have some big mistakes, like split mushroom especially. That stage was awful, but...
It was not as bad as Ariel's. He had a death on split mushroom.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at the chat. But yeah, besides that and Spider Death, it was an okay run. Bad RNG on Sigma though, but yeah.
Yeah. Both you and Ariel had the godlike general.
Yep.
Yep, and it still took him 2 cycles. And, well, to be honest, I think he just had more flawless executions. You took a lot of damage during your runs, especially the Frost Walrus stage and the Web Spider one. Like, dodging was not your strong suit today.
Yeah. Frost Walrus and Slash Beast are my worst stages. I was a bit nervous on Spider, and I tried to do the quick kill no matter what, but that backfired a lot. So...
Yep. But you and Ariel were side by side for a lot of the game. Even after your death, you weren't too far behind. But yeah, in the end, it all came down to the execution. His was just better, more flawless. But even though, what do you feel of your game itself? Because you told me yesterday you didn't give yourself a lot of chances against him, which honestly, I think you're cutting yourself short.
Yeah, I thought I'd do worse, but I'm happy with this. I thought he'll beat me like for 5 minutes or something like that, but 2 minutes is okay.
Yeah. I don't think I'm able to pull Ariel into Discord. I don't know his Discord himself. Maybe you know it?
Sure.
See if he wants to do an interview as well. Well, I say interview, but just some post-game talk. Do you have anything to say to chat? Any shout-outs?
Well, to be honest, no, not really. I was... Yeah, I don't know what to say. I didn't expect to race against Ariel on the group stage. I didn't expect to race Ariel at all. In fact, before the seeding was done, on the group stage, I was supposed to go against QTT6, which is like the 2nd place, and anyways, I was screwed up, so...
You got the short end of the stick there. But still, there's something to be said about racing a world champion. I mean, come on. It's not like you're losing to some scrub who never played this game before.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something... Oh, you lost. Well, okay, yeah, but who did you lose to? Oh, the world champion. Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens. Any words from Ariel yet?
Nope.
Sad. I don't know how long we can keep this up, but I asked Keku earlier, but I don't think that came true either. Well, that was. I think that's it for today. We don't have any other matches. Do we have a schedule? Oh, Nightbot's being very helpful right now. What are we getting? Oh my god, that is so many events. So many events on speed gaming. Fiesel, how are you doing? You are Skynet, good sir. You are Skynet on tacos.
Well, according to the schedule, on Speed Gaming 2, the next event will be Link to the Past Randomizer Key Sanity at 8 PM EST. So, thanks for watching, guys.
Yes, chat. Thank you all very much for watching. Be sure to save that schedule, because I'm pretty sure there'll be a tournament for each and every one of you to watch. Make sure to give these runners a follow, these gaming channels a follow, Fiesel, Mythical, all of them. Shoutouts to Kaku too as well for helping. And just, I hope you all had a great show. It was fun casting this. I hope I did a good job too. And well, we'll be seeing you again shortly when we have more matches to announce. I'm pretty sure it won't be too long from now. Thank you, Tchy, for racing. You had two very good races. No problem. You had two very good races. And once again, people, feel free to join the Discord. We can always use more commentators. If you're nervous about not having experience, doesn't matter. Give it a try. Who knows? Maybe you'll be better than you in it. Give it a try. And with that, I will be signing out. Once again, thank you. And I hope to see you all again next time on Mega Man X4 100%. Take care.
Goodbye, guys. Thanks for watching.